What's going on, everybody? So I had a band reach out to me. The name of this band is Hyloxalus, and they asked me to check out one of their new songs. This is called Undead in Ward 6. They actually have a new album coming out today. It just came out today. So this is a great jumping on point for us here to check this out. And again, if we dig this, we have the full album that's released today. So we can all go check that out. But without further ado, before we get ahead of ourselves here, let's check out Undead in Ward 6, shall we? Rangers, go. very interesting song here. The closest comparison I could think of is something like Therion. It definitely has some vibes like that where it's, you know, it, it's hard to even describe, I guess. But I like the dark vibes. I like the vocal style, that kind of choir operatic sort of style. And then, the way the song plays out, it's almost like cinematic in your head in a bit. And, it definitely has this larger than life feel to it. So I really, really enjoyed the vibe and what they're going for here. And some spots I was really, really digging. But, a lot of this song, though, I feel like there's just too much noise. I was sitting here and sometimes it was almost even piercing, like how much is going on in the background. Like it's too just all fused together in the background. Kind of becomes noise, and it just was just a lot. And I don't know if it's within the mix or the mastering or all that stuff, but if the music was toned down a bit, like in the background, if there's a little bit less going on, I think the song would have been able to shine a little bit brighter, because as it is, I just get so almost overwhelmed with how much it is going on, and how much I'm hearing like in the background between like the guitars. It sounds like there's like two different guitars going on, and they're kind of doing different things. One, it has a little bit more noise to it than the other. The other's got a little bit of a melody going. And then you got the drum, which is playing like some black metal style drums. I mean, there's definitely influence of like black metal, and I would say even a little bit of doom metal in here. But I would even go so far as to say like drone. Like it kind of drones on, and maybe that's just a personal preference. I'm not so big on that like noise slash drone metal. It just isn't really my cup of tea, and so maybe that's what the influence is in there. So it's difficult for me to fully critique or whatnot the song, because perhaps that was the intention, and that's just not really something that I can get into so much. It's just really not my cup of tea. So for me personally, I feel like the song would have shined a little bit brighter if a little bit of that noise droning element kind of was taken away from the background, because then there's symphonic elements happening in the background too. But it sounds like, instead of all of it sounding like interwoven, like all together to create this one sound, it just sounds like they're all almost competing with one another. So maybe it is in the mix, because it just sounds like each instrument is fighting to be heard. And so it just creates this cacophonous sound that it just was difficult for me to fully enjoy or embrace the song because of that. So whether it's in the mix or maybe that could be tweaked to kind of tone it down a little bit, just so the musical melody can shine a little bit better and not be so noise driven. And because I like like I said, I like the vocal style. I like the vibe of the song, the way it kind of played out. I love some doom elements in there with like a symphonic metal and, stuff like that. And even like the black metal elements, I would say it was mainly in the drums, but even some of the guitar riffs have a little bit of a black metal vibe to it. So I really liked those elements and thought it was really cool, and the way that the song just kind of played out, and, that vocal melody, I enjoyed that. And like I said, again, it kind of has a dark feeling about it, and almost a cinematic in style and scope. And, I was digging it, very almost like theatrical even. And I think that's where some of the Therion elements, come in to play for me, is there's a bit of a theatrical flair to it, and, an artsy kind of vibe. So it just... cool stuff, cool song. I want to like it more, but just that noise element, it just was a little bit piercing for me, and just really kind of makes it convoluted, the whole sound. But then like I said, there were spots though when some of that was toned down, and it was like just the guitar or just a little bit of the symphonic elements with the vocals there and the vocal melody, and I was like, now this is nailing it. Like, this is great. I can hear everything nice and clear, and I'm really vibing with it. But once everything all comes in again together and feels like it's fighting one another to be heard, it just, they're all like layered like on top of each other, instead of all intertwined, to create a nice, solid, clear sound. It just became too much. But I'm definitely curious about the album, because, like I said, I like their style, I like their vibe, and I'm very, very curious to see what else they got on the album. It's definitely, it piques my interest to see what else they have up their sleeve, and I'm definitely going to be checking out the album, which, like I said before, dropped today. But let me know in the comments down below, what you folks think of this song. Do you agree with me, like, on that noise aspect, or were you digging that? Did you not pick up on it? Did you not hear that in there, or did it not bother you, or what have you? Just let me know your thoughts on the song. What do you think of it? Do you love it? Do you not like it? All that good stuff. Let's talk about it, and I'll catch you all next time. Ranger out.